Hey guys, Jingraves here doing another manga review for you guys. This one is on the Deltora Quest. Um, this is actually based off of um, a story actually called The Belt of Deltora. Um, it's a chapter book series that you can find. It's really good. They actually go over it. And my cousins actually read that book basically from cover to cover with that and the Redwall and the Dragonlance books and stuff like that. I never really got a chance because I didn't get into some of the stuff, when they did and whatnot. So I just never really got into it as a novel form. Um, but then I found some of this other stuff and I instantly knew what it was and I jumped in and started trying to read it and everything. So, um, but yeah, it's really nice. So you basically have this belt called the Belt of Deltora, and what you have to do is basically go and find the rest of the stones that go into the belt, which is the really awesome part about it. Um, you find it, you put them in there, and each one kind of gives you something else as it goes forward. Gives you like another superpower. I would probably say it's almost like um, connecting the animal talismans in like Jackie Chan Adventures or um, some of the other stuff when it comes down to it, like I, special items and having stuff like that. But yeah, this is a book one right here, Belt of Lotora. This is a really good one. It actually ranks really high for me. This is probably one that ranks probably 5 out of 5 stars for me. But the story is by Emily Rhoda, and the illustration is by Makoto Niwano. Um, but it is a super, super good book series. You get to go through a lot of stuff with the characters and kind of what's going on as they find these stones. Um, you get to see different creatures and whatnot here and there. They all kind of represent something different, and I feel like it goes from one extreme to the next. If you look in the background, that's usually what most of the stuff looks like. But it's really cool. Some of it they have to go to like um, almost like cursed cities. They have to do a fight at one point in an arena. They have to go into this forest of trees and actually figure out like this big plot twist thingy for this living suit of armor. Um, they also have to like talk to a toad and stuff. Um, a lot of it is just really crazy when it comes down to it. Um, and kind of what they go through. This is a good one. You can see him wearing the belt. You can't see all the stones. I think there's 7 stones altogether. Um, that's really good because the true king is supposed to be able to have this, and so as far as you know, the belt has basically been like almost like a figurehead symbol um, until now because the rings or the gems basically haven't been brought back together for a while, and it's kind of all everything's in legend. They do know that it's out there, but they don't really know if the stones exist or not. And I really like how they set it up almost like a as an old school adventure RPG where you defeat a boss and you may not like kill them all the way, or they have a scroll or something that says, "Hey, this is where you go next." And that's kind of what a lot of it is. Is it says, "Oh, go to this spot next," um, basically, which is really good. But there's a lot of different stuff. It goes into a lot of different aspects of stuff. One of the cities is like the city of rats, and nobody lives there. But there's a bunch of different rats here and there, and like the Rat King is a giant serpent. Um, There's just a lot to it. It's really cool that this came from a novel series before it was turned into a manga, and it makes it really fun knowing that, and actually, actually kind of getting to talk to my cousins about it later on, about how different things kind of were portrayed or coincide with the manga and the novels. So this is a really good one. If you haven't tried it out, I would highly, highly recommend it. It was an old school series like the Redwall books and stuff like that, that were pretty fun to know about, or the Dragonlance books. A lot of people still read those as well. Um, but just how all of it kind of came to be and stuff. So it's really fun being able to know about this book, because I never got to really get into it because my cousins never. Um, it was almost like their friend group was reading it, so it's almost like you could never get a hold of volume one because somebody else was reading it. But it is a great, great series, really good adventure series, and I feel like it's one of those that it kind of fulfills the whole ballot um, of like your checklist. I feel like it does have a lot of different stuff when it comes to it, or like a D&D campaign. I feel like it has like great story input on every direction of it. So it is really, really fun. So if you haven't picked it up, I know a lot of people haven't read it, um, and there's probably been a handful of people actually read the chapter books of it, but I have no idea. So um, hopefully you will take this recommendation and try it out in one form or the other. It is really good, and like I said, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you try it out. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. I'm Jingraves. Bye.